All right, welcome back, everybody. In today's episode, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We don't have no more divisions to do for the NHL, so we're gonna do what our predictions are for the playoffs. Who's gonna make the playoffs? Seeding. Who's gonna go to the Stanley Cup final? Who's even gonna win? And we're even gonna go into players that are gonna win some awards.
Should be a fun episode.
So we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna start off with the NHL awards.
So obviously we're not going to do the Stanley Cup and all that yet. We'll get to that.
We're gonna start off with the Hart Trophy, which is the MVP of the season. This one's a little bit tough to judge because you can make candidates for certain players, but they have a stacked lineup. So then.
Now, do you want to do both? Do you want to do like what we had priorly did, where we do a pick and a sleeper?
Yeah, let's do a pick and a sleeper. You can go ahead and start.
So I can't exactly remember because we didn't write anything down. Yeah, but
which
so
he's referring to our radio show that we have. So
yeah, so like I'm gonna say probably, and this is just with like a few games into the season.
Yeah.
Hart. I want to go now with McKinnon.
Okay.
Just because that top line is phenomenal. Now, granted, Rantanen's pretty good in himself.
Yeah, Rantanen's really good.
But it's just like the Toronto line. The Toronto line's full of.
Yeah,
Toronto's full of stars.
Toronto's lineup is just full of absolute
So that's why
studs.
I can't give it to Matthews.
Yeah.
Even though right now he's insane.
Understandable.
But I say McKinnon just because the kid's amazing.
Okay.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Who's your sleeper?
Sleeper is, and it's going to be for a lot of these. I don't know why. I just really like this kid. Or not kid, really, but this guy. Panarin.
Okay, that's understandable.
Because new team, new system. They're playing all right now. I mean, it's only the first week, but, I liked him in Columbus, and so see what he can do with a Ranger team.
That's understandable. I'm going to start off with my sleeper first. Right. I want to go one of two ways here. Before the season started, I would not have this guy as my sleeper, but so far, 2 games in, I'm going to have 2 sleepers.
Wow.
My one sleeper with 2 games into the season is Dylan Larkin.
Okay.
I don't expect Detroit to make the playoffs, but
you're just throwing it out there for now.
Yeah, he's had an amazing start to the season so far. My other sleeper one's probably not too bad is Ben Bishop.
Really?
Yeah. For Dallas. I know Dallas has started off 0-3.
Yeah.
But
he might have to pick it up a little bit in order for him to be even considered.
Yeah. And then for who I think is actually going to win it this year, I'm going to have to go with Johnny Gaudreau.
Okay.
I really like Johnny. I mean, you can say what you want about Calgary having a decent team, but I would say Kucherov won the Hart last year. And granted, he did have an amazing season last year, but he also had a pretty stacked lineup, and I think Calgary's lineup's a little less stacked, and I think Johnny Gaudreau this season's going to put up over 100 points.
Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, granted, really, all the candidates for it have a pretty nice supporting cast.
Most likely, yeah. And most likely, your candidates are going to be guys from playoff teams. I don't know.
With the exception of McDavid.
Yeah. Well, the year that he won it, they made the playoffs. I'm pretty sure. Or at least we're close.
Well, it's also, you have to consider, it's not always going to be the best player on the best team.
Yeah, exactly.
But it should be a playoff team.
Yeah, it should be realistically a playoff team. Jumping right into the next trophy, we're going to do the Calder, which is given to the best rookie of the year. I'll start with this one. I'm going to go with Cale Makar as my guy to win it. And then my sleeper, I'm not going to go with Hughes. I'm not going to go with Capo Caco.
Okay.
This one's a little bit tough. You go into yours, and I'll come back to my sleeper.
I know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna roll with like what you were saying because it's too easy to just pick Hughes or Kako.
Yeah.
It's too easy to just be like, hey, 1 and 2, it should be them.
Yeah.
But I might have to agree with you with Kale. Just because he's... Now I get it, back-to-back Avalanche picks, but...
Yeah. I mean...
That team is...
Yeah.
Team's good. Sleeper, I'm going to stick with it, with what I said previously. And, no, I'm sorry, if I botch these names. But I believe it's Cousins.
Dylan Cousins?
Yes.
Well, I mean, he's not in the NHL, so do you want to...
No.
All right. So, my sleeper, this one's going to be a little bold here. Personally, I don't know how much of a fan I am of this guy, but he's had a pretty great start to the year. I'm going to go with Victor Olofsson from the Buffalo Sabres. So far, through 2 games, he has 2 goals and an assist, so not too bad, not too shabby.
No. I'll stick with mine because maybe he gets called up. Maybe.
He got sent down to junior, so he won't. He's stuck in juniors for the season.
Oh. Well, you know what? Who cares?
Right.
I'm wrong anyway, so it's fine. It was my sleeper. It's not like it's my actual one.
Yeah.
So.
We'll move on to the Vezina, which is given to the best goalie of the year. Who's your picks?
So, as you'll learn later, my in order for my cut prediction to be right, I think I have to go Fleury here.
Okay.
Now, whether you say that's obvious or not, boo-hoo. And my sleeper is going to be, I really like, and I know you don't, but I like Binnington.
Okay. All right. I'm not a fan of Binnington.
I know, but it's just... I hope.
My guys, I'm going to go with Ben Bishop winning the Vezina this year.
So if he doesn't get the Hart, you think he could?
Well...
What do you think if he gets the Hart, he'll get the Vezina too?
Yeah.
Just because it's pretty hard not to.
And then my sleeper, it's not... I'm going to go with John Gibson.
Always a good choice.
The reason why I'm saying he's a sleeper is because the team in front of him
doesn't always play well.
Crap. Yeah. So... We're only going to do one more trophy. We're going to do the James Norris Trophy, which is awarded to the best defenseman.
You can go ahead and start with this one.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with my pick as Victor Hedman winning it. And my sleeper is going to be Roman Josi.
Okay. I think, personally, the Norris
is pretty tough, though.
It really is because, defensemen can be both offensive.
Well, typically it ends up being, whoever produces the most points.
Exactly. So you kind of have to... I don't want to be a typical person and say, either one of the guys from San Jose. Because I assume that's probably a very popular pick.
Yeah, it is.
Because they both usually play well.
Yeah.
If they're not injured.
At Erik Karlsson.
Yeah. Big oof. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go sleeper first.
All right.
I say Giordano repeats.
As your sleeper? Okay.
He repeats as a sleeper pick. Because I like what you said about Gaudreau. Mm-hmm. And I think the team's pretty decent enough still that they'll probably make a deep run. And honestly, probably Hedman, because there's just nobody else that stands out above the rest.
All right. Well, that's respectful. Well, let's go right into our playoff predictions.
All right.
We'll start off with the Western Conference.
Okay.
Are you going to do... How many teams are going to come out of the Pacific Division, do you think? Now, you're going to go 3, you're going to go 4, or you're going to go 5?
Right now, I'm thinking... Well, I know that I have at least Vegas being the strong...
So you had Vegas winning the Pacific Division?
Yes.
Okay.
And I realistically don't think it's going to be that close, in my opinion.
Well,
but just from eyeballing it, I say 4.
You're going to say 4?
Yes.
Okay.
And my 4 picks are all over the board as of right now.
All right.
So I say Vegas wins
Okay.
by at least 2 or by at least 4 or 5 points.
Okay.
Then probably, now I know it's going to be a little questionable because of their start, but I say San Jose picks it up.
Yeah.
And gets second because it's 3 games. There are 3 games in the season.
Yeah.
There's 82 games total.
Yeah.
And then I have Calgary at 3, and my sneaky wild card team is going to be the Canucks.
The Canucks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my top 3, I have 4 coming out of this division as well. My top 3 is the exact same order as yours.
Okay.
Originally, I would have thought San Jose would have won the division, starting off slow.
But
Question marks in goal. Question marks to Erik Karlsson's health.
Vegas just looks...
Vegas looks so much better. So I'm going Vegas, San Jose, Calgary. And then my 4th team coming out of this division, which I think will be wild card number 2, is going to be Arizona.
Okay. No, that's respectable. I mean, I get it because, they acquired Phil Kessel.
Yeah.
And they're a pretty decent team.
All right. I'll start off with the Central. I obviously have 4 teams in this division as well.
Yeah.
I have Nashville winning the division. And then I'm going to have Dallas. And then I'm going to have Colorado. And then my next one is going to be Chicago.
You think they get back into the playoffs?
I do. And I think Chicago is going to be that number 1 wild card.
Okay. So really going along with you, and I hate doing this. I hate agreeing with people because I like to be different. But Nashville's just that much better than everybody else in this division. They're, like I said before, they're the one team in this division that, like, it just pops out at you, like, bang.
Yeah.
They're there. My second is St. Louis.
Okay.
Third is Colorado.
All right.
And my wild card will be Dallas.
All right. Well, we're just going to continue on with this conference. Moving on, we're going to talk Western Conference final. My pick for the final is Nashville versus San Jose, where I have Nashville moving on to the Stanley Cup final.
Okay. Mine is going to be Vegas and Colorado.
Okay.
And I have Vegas advancing.
All right. I mean, that's totally respectable.
Yeah.
Well, let's just move on to the East then.
All right. Starting with the Atlantic.
Starting with the Atlantic. I'm going to start off.
All right.
I'm going to go Tampa. I'm going to go Toronto. I'm going to go Boston. I think they flip-flop this year.
Okay.
And then my next 2, I'm gonna say 5 teams come out of the Atlantic this year.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Montreal as the number 1 wild card and Buffalo as the number 2 wild card.
No, that's perfectly fine. I can't disagree with you there, but I'm going to. And
Actually, I want to phrase that.
Okay.
I didn't mean Buffalo. I meant Florida.
Florida?
The Florida.
You don't believe in Buffalo then?
I don't believe in Buffalo's goaltending.
So this might be bold. And you might like it. My number 1 team is that Maple Leaf right there.
Okay.
They win this division.
I respect it.
They look insane right now.
Yeah.
Matthews is
doing Matthews
himself, and they all got paid.
Yeah.
They need to back it up, and I think they will. I'm going to put Tampa at 2, though.
Okay.
Because, I mean, my lord.
Is
there a better all-around team than them right now?
Honestly, no.
And then I got Boston at 3rd. It's really these 3 teams, and then everybody else. I'm going to say the 4th team comes out of this division.
Okay.
And it's going to be Montreal, but they're my 2. They're my wild card 2.
Okay, that's respectable.
All right. Now to the
Metro Division. I'm gonna go Caps at 1.
All right.
Carolina at 2, and then my 3rd team that I'm gonna have in. Beginning of the season, I would have said Pittsburgh, but now with Gino out, we don't know how long. 4 weeks, month, 2 months, who knows? I'm gonna have to go with the New York Rangers as my 3rd team.
No, that's completely fair. It's just we didn't know, beginning of season what would happen. So
we didn't know.
Injuries are always a big part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving Washington the division because it seems like it's every year.
Yeah.
They're just a regular season team, it seems like. And then it's iffy about the playoffs. I'm still sticking with my Pens at 2.
Okay.
Just because, yes, with Malkin out, yes, with Bustad out, but 87's still on the ice.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's gonna I hope he get another 100-point season.
Yeah.
3, I have Carolina.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna probably just agree with you but different position. Wild card 1's gonna be the Rangers.
All right. Well, who you got as your Eastern Conference final?
Toronto.
Okay.
And Carolina.
All right, that's totally respectable. For me, my Eastern Conference final is going to be Tampa versus Washington.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Carolina.
Okay.
I'm fumbling around here.
Hey, you're good.
Tampa versus Carolina, and I'm going to have Tampa winning.
All right.
Going on to Stanley Cup final.
So?
My final matchup is Tampa and Nashville. I think Nashville takes this in 6 games on home ice and win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history.
I like that. I'm going to go with Toronto and Vegas in mine. Mm-hmm. That's my cup final. And I'm taking Toronto.
Okay.
In 6. Also on home ice.
All right. That's totally respectable.
But what we're going to probably get to next is, are we getting to the President's Trophy next? Did we mention that?
We have not. President's Trophy.
Most points
in the league for.
I'm giving that to Vegas.
I'm gonna give mine to Tampa.
So we give ours to our cup losers.
Yeah.
So they at least achieved 1 trophy in there.
Yeah. Well.
Wow. But there's one more thing I think we should mention. If we mentioned all the top teams,
okay,
we should mention the bottom teams.
Let's just do one team.
Who's going to be the worst team in the league?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's Ottawa.
Really?
Ottawa's just bad. I think they're going to be bottom.
I'm saying Columbus.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally understandable.
That's probably your 2 that are going to fight for it.
2 or 3.
Okay.
I mean...
Now I get that, being the worst doesn't necessarily mean anything, but, it's just...
But...
We'll see.
This wraps up this episode.
Yeah. That was fun.
In the next episode, we're going to be recapping week 5 of the NFL. We'll see you guys next time.